Right now at 5, Governor Tony Evers is suing the Republican-controlled state legislature for obstructing basic government functions.
And keeping AI out of the government. Wisconsin lawmakers want to make sure AI does not influence future elections.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
Governor Tony Evers is suing the Republican-controlled legislature.
The Wisconsin Democrat is arguing that the legislature is obstructing basic government functions. That includes not signing off on previously approved pay raises for university employees. Evers is hoping to bypass lower courts. He's asking the liberal-controlled state Supreme Court to take the case directly. Republican Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu dismissed the lawsuit as frivolous.
State Republicans are reintroducing a bill that would allow election workers to start counting absentee ballots a day early. Early voting has risen in popularity since 2020, but current state law says absentee ballots can't be processed until Election Day. So that means large cities like Milwaukee and Madison are counting long into the night and even into the following days. So if passed, the bill would allow those major cities a head start to get results in on election night. Republicans are the only ones to voice support so far, but one Senate Democrat tells Wisconsin Public Radio his party is having positive discussions with the GOP. Now, a similar bill in 2019 actually had bipartisan support, but it never made it to the governor's desk.
A group of bipartisan Wisconsin lawmakers want to make sure artificial intelligence doesn't influence future elections. They're launching a new bill that would require candidates and political groups to make it clear when they're using AI-generated audio or video in campaign ads. Those groups would need to put a content label at the beginning of projects that would say, "This content generated by AI." Any violations would trigger a $1,000 fine. The lawmakers behind the effort say it's a step toward reducing the potential for AI spreading misinformation in the coming election cycles. It's another example of larger conversations around AI's use in society. Federal legislators are proposing regulations on how that kind of content is used.
A new report finds PayPal's charity arm gave thousands of dollars to organizations that propped up discredited COVID-19 information. The nonprofit and nonpartisan Wisconsin Watch dug through 2021 tax records for PayPal's Giving Fund. Now, the Giving Fund is a registered 501c3 that allows donors to give directly through PayPal and recommend where the money should go. The outlet found that charity gave $23,000 to an organization that promoted discredited treatments for COVID-19. It also found major investment firms like Fidelity and Charles Schwab donated hundreds of thousands of anonymous dollars to the same discredited group. PayPal has given a statement to Wisconsin Watch saying it regularly reviews activity and will discontinue relationships with any account holders who violate its acceptable use policy. All right, around 8 a.m. I was sitting in the living room with my dogs and looking outside and feeling like it was the middle of December.
I know.
The middle of December it felt like, Greg.
Well, you know, it was.
Is that the personification of fall right there?
Pretty much. He's dead and
dead.
gone. So
And now
we're
it's
on
winter.
to winter already. So yeah, we definitely had the snow here for the thing. We had generally about 1 to 2 inches for most locations this morning. But let's get down to the trick-or-treating forecast right now because that's what everyone's concerned. It will be dry, but we're looking at really cold conditions once again for La Crosse. Wind chills could be probably in the 20s, although the temps will be in the 30s. No precipitation will be expected out there, but still you might see a few slick spots with the moisture still there. Overall for Eau Claire, just colder conditions too. Once again, their wind chills could get down in the low 20s, 27 by 9 p.m. tonight too. So once again, could be some slick spots, but most of the snow has melted and gone. The system that's responsible is pushed all the way down to southern Wisconsin, southeast and northeast Illinois, and that's where they're seeing all the precipitation. We have continued cloud cover, but we're going to lose that. Overall temperatures, once again, more like the middle of December than it is for Halloween, and those wind chills still with a little bit of a wind, still are about 4 to 5 degrees. Coming up later, we'll kind of break down whether we're going to see the 50s come back when we'll warm up, whether we have a dry weekend, and the temperatures do begin to fall next week. I'll break all that down coming up later in the break.
The anticipation is real.
It is. And he says hi.
Greg, thanks very much. Well, Spence Elementary had their annual fun run today with an added bit of frost to the fun. The event promises to bring students, families, and the community together for a day of active fun and fundraising. While they rescheduled from last week to today due to bad weather, the students and community embraced the snow and still ended up having a lot of enjoyment.
You know, it was really an added bonus, I'm going to say, because as I was greeting children coming in this morning, they were so excited about, we're going to have snow today, and maybe it'll be snowing during our fun run. That's a great attitude, and we are absolutely loving it. So bring it on. We're enjoying it.
That's the spirit. The fun run kicked off with an all-school assembly where the latest fundraising totals were announced. Principal Eide says they had a goal of $12,500. They received over $13,000 from their community. An exciting twist to this year's fun run is the promise of a hilarious and heartwarming reward for meeting their goals. Students will have the chance to vote for the teacher who will be puckering up for a kiss with a very special guest, Brutus the Mini Pig. As an American Mini Pig Association certified therapy pig, Brutus is sure to be the star of the show and add a little bit of whimsy and joy to a frostbitten fun run for sure.
Well, Crucifixion School also celebrated Halloween today with their annual Trunk or Treat event. Instead of traditional door-to-door trick-or-treating, this one was trunk to trunk. Parents parked their cars and opened their trunks, which were full of candy and all types of goodies for the kiddos. Everyone had a blast walking to each trunk and collecting treats.
Yeah, I've done it for the past 8 years. It's important. You know, kids grow fast. They're only little ones, and it's fun to see them and have their mom dress up like Tigger.
Ritter says it's nice to see the parents come together to celebrate Halloween with the kids each year. La Crosse PD and fire department joined in on the fun too, handing out candy from their fire trucks and police cars.
Loved the unicorn costumes in there for sure.
Oh yeah, those are magical.
Just ahead tonight on News 8 Now at 5, the death toll from the Palestinians climbing in Gaza as an airstrike hits a crowded refugee camp. And Israeli doctors are still working to identify more victims of the massacre back on October 7th. All those details and more coming up right after this break.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Check out our huge selection of Patriot Lighting ceiling fans. They make a beautiful addition to any room while reducing energy costs year-round. Get this LED 52-inch Guilford indoor ceiling fan for $44.49 after rebate. Find your style with Patriot Lighting and give your home a brighter, updated look. Menards has all in-stock pendant lights on sale and ready to take home. This Giona pendant light is $44.49 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
The best products at the lowest prices during the Fall Home Show only at the Board Store. Always your home for high quality at lower prices. We bring you superior products installed by our exceptional team of installers. Replacement windows, patio doors, and entry doors. A new tub or shower or complete bath remodel. New cabinets, countertops, and flooring for your kitchen. The best in outdoor living decks, pergolas, and sunrooms. Beautiful exteriors with new siding and gutters. Visit, call, or connect online for the best products at the lowest prices during the Fall Home Show only at the Board Store Home Improvements. Don't miss it.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
We all know how weather goes around here. So why not take the First Warn team with you? Stay weather aware with hourly temps and conditions, video forecasts, and interactive radar. And the best part? It's easy to use. Here, try it.
When you feel that chill in the air, make sure your furnace will keep you comfortable.
Call GNT Heating and Air Conditioning. Quality you can count on, experience you can trust.
With over 50 years of combined experience, G&T services residential and commercial within 50 miles of West Salem.
It's the biggest event in King Furniture's history, a complete and total liquidation of all in-stock items in our stores. Shop over $2 million of quality name brand furniture priced for immediate liquidation. This will be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to save as never before on living room, dining room, bedroom furniture, and more. When each and every piece of furniture has been sold, King Furniture will shut down for 30 to 60 days for a complete and total renovation. Don't miss the King Furniture Total Liquidation Sale going on now.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
An Israeli soldier was freed from the hands of Hamas this week, the 5th hostage to be let go.
But more than 230 others remain in captivity in Gaza, including 10 Americans. While the conflict between Israel and Hamas rages on, the fate of the hostages remain in question. Prime Minister Netanyahu said the ground assault brings some hope.
The ground action actually creates the possibility, not the certainty, but the possibility of getting our hostages out.
And before the release of the Israeli soldier, Hamas had given up 4 other hostages, including 2 American and 2 Israeli civilians. Gershon Baskin, a hostage negotiator who has successfully dealt with Hamas in the past, agrees that the current fighting could pressure Hamas into releasing more people.
Israeli airstrikes pounded a refugee camp near Gaza City today, leveling apartment buildings while Israeli troops battled Hamas militants. Palestinian civilians caught in the middle of the fighting are paying the price for the war with their lives. Tina Kraus reports from Tel Aviv.
Only craters remain where buildings once stood at the Jabalia refugee camp in northern Gaza. Rescuers are using their hands to dig out bodies from the rubble. This man holding a bag cries out, "Here they are, children. We are filling up bags with children." The dead are lined up outside a nearby hospital. Inside, corridors are filled with the wounded. This doctor saying, "We have no idea what to do. There are injured everywhere." Hamas health authorities claim Israeli attacks have killed more than 8,500 Palestinians since the war began. Desperation is mounting for survivors. This woman banging on the door of a UN compound. "I just want some flowers," she screams. "I need to feed my children." Israel's military released this footage, which it says shows troops are making progress against Hamas. Hamas put out its own video claiming to show firefights with Israeli troops.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has rejected calls for a ceasefire, vowing to crush Hamas for the October 7th massacre that killed more than 1,400 Israelis.
Rocket attacks from Gaza are ongoing across Israel. This one Tuesday injured 4 people in the city of Ashdod. And victims of the initial Hamas attack are still arriving at Israel's mobile morgue for identification.
All of them had severe signs of abuse and severe signs of torture.
Hamas is also still holding more than 200 hostages. Israel's national security advisor said Tuesday there's no deal in sight for their release. Tina Kraus, CBS News, Tel Aviv.
The U.S. State Department says the last planned charter flight for Americans looking to leave Israel takes off today. Still ahead tonight at 5, it is the last day of October, but it's feeling more like December.
Why millions of Americans are bundling up for a chilly Halloween before going out for some candy. Up next.
Yeah, the Octobers end on a cold note. You see the temperatures here, but will November start on a cold note, and whether we'll see any warmer conditions ahead and maybe some precipitation. I'll break all that down on your first warm weather update after the break.
Hello, this is a real lawyer. Yeah, I've won 1 million cases, and I'm on a bunch of billboards.
Whoa, buddy. If they want the real Nicolay, they should get the real Nicolay.
Fine.
Thank you. Russell Nicolay here. Yeah, we can help. In a world full of choices, make sure you get the real Nicolay. How'd you even get in here? What are you doing answering calls? Where's your mom, man?
Culligan Water takes pride in being your local water experts. We live here, work here, and dedicate our lives to improving our area's water. We deliver the world's best water treatment and the industry's best service to you. Culligan Water, your local water experts.
College is more than the knowledge you gain. It's a place to cultivate your curiosity. It's where you explore the potential and what's next. It's where you find the tenacity to rise, rather than settle for good enough. It's a series of moments that add up to form your future self. It's where what you want is within reach, on your terms. It's where you find a career, not just a job. Western Technical College. Discover what you're made of.
The day we've all been waiting for is finally here. Sunday, November 5th is Buzzy's 45th annual 12-hour sale. Get the best deals of the year for 12 hours only from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. Furniture pricing is drastically reduced with over 50% off select products. Save $500 on this best-selling Sealy mattress. Now only $899. Get a $300 gift with Tempur-Pedic mattress purchases. Plus, hourly giveaways, prizes, and so much more. Don't miss out for one day only at Buzzy's Home Furnishings in Viroqua.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
This year's Rock the Red Kettle event will take place on November 4th at the Pearl Street Brewery. Silent auction begins at 5 p.m. and live music kicks off at 7 p.m. Come support a great cause while enjoying great music, great food, and good times.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Well, it's the last day of October, but for millions of Americans, it's going to feel like December.
Yeah, millions of children may want to bundle up beneath the costumes this Halloween. A blast of bone-chilling air from Canada has cast its spell on the U.S., bringing some unseasonable conditions across much of the east and parts of the south this All Hallows Eve. For example, temperatures were in the 80s in Philadelphia and Washington, D.C. over the weekend. They'll only reach the low 50s today. Cooler than usual weather will also be seen in Atlanta, New Orleans, Dallas, and of course some cities in the Midwest won't get out of the 30s. So while millions will be braving some blustery weather as they take part in the Halloween festivities, others will be able to collect their candy and chocolate without dealing with this early winter-like blast. These atypical conditions should end for the south and central U.S. before the weekend. Of course, we need to attribute all of this to the guy who knows everything about everything weather-related, Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart. Let's get the latest from our Chief Met.
Wow, I wish I had the power to change everything I like to, but otherwise, yeah, we definitely had some cold temperatures throughout the whole, basically, U.S. And besides the West Coast, that's kind of where they're getting more of the warmer conditions, and actually had some Santa Ana wind issues in California with some fires going on, which is typical for this time of season. But overall, you see basically 1 to 2 inches, and a lot of it just was on grassy areas. There was a short time, kind of burnt during that 8 to 10 a.m. hour time period, that we had enough snow come down a high enough rate that actually accumulated a little bit on some area roads, but otherwise it was just mainly that. As we look at really the big picture, a lot of that is beginning to push off. Here's a system that we're tracking. You can see kind of the snow in the background, the satellite's picking up on it, and then much more as you go further west, but overall it is pushing to the south along with the cloud cover too, so that's the big thing. So overall, really break down, we don't have any precipitation really till we get to this weekend, but even that looks a little bit iffy right now. I think the better shot is next week, and it's really too early to say if we're going to have any snow mixing in, but this time of year, you get precipitation at night, you definitely can get some snow with it. Otherwise, 30s to 40s, Thursday still below average. We should get seasonal by Friday, and this weekend we're kind of going to be around the 50, upper 40s, low 50s, depending on where you're at. And then next weekend, I think we're going to slowly back down into the 40s too. So in all for tonight, really it's just, you notice the temperature is going to be fairly cold for this time of year to see these temperatures get down there. But otherwise, lighter winds tonight. Skies will begin mostly partly cloudy, but we'll start seeing high clouds begin to approach. But look at the morning hours. We're looking at upper 20s to a lot of teens in a lot of areas. So definitely one of the coldest nights of the season so far. And then tomorrow, the big thing to notice is the winds turned around from the southwest. So that should help conditions feel a little bit warmer, although the temperatures won't be exactly too much warmer, maybe about 3 to 4 degrees in the afternoon. A lot of this cloud cover will be high clouds, so we should see some sun here and there, but overall it should be dry conditions. And as we go on tomorrow night, once again, just cloud cover will be the main feature, but that should keep our temperatures going into Thursday a little bit warmer. Dealing with the temperatures, you can see really the wind chill is still out there, but by the time we get to tomorrow, we're not going to see much of the wind as it begins to turn around. So just maybe just tonight to deal with that. Big picture shows, here's the cloud cover coming as Thursday, a little system here. And then Friday, we got another little weak system. You can kind of see it, but just really just cloud cover. Right now, I don't think that precipitation is going to reach the ground on Friday. Then overall, we're going to see more of these weak little systems come across. So overall, big picture we talked about with the precipitation this weekend, a little bit Saturday and Sunday. Chances actually do pick up as we get closer to Monday and Tuesday, and I think that's when we might see a better shot for some rainfall coming in, but there's still a lot of details to be worked out and exactly what we're going to get with that coming into Monday and into Tuesday. So something we'll keep in track of. But right now the weekend looks good. The good thing is once we get to Thursday and Friday, notice there's not a lot of blue. We're kind of back to where we should be, even a little bit above further south. Then as we go into Sunday and to Monday, we'll start seeing the blue start to creep back down, which means we'll probably see temperatures drop next weekend, but we're not going to see anything like we've saw for the last few days. So overall tonight, once again, just partly cloudy skies. We'll just see temperatures get fairly cold. We're looking at the upper teens to low 20s, And then tomorrow, more cloud cover, a few degrees warm on that, but notice the winds will turn around to the southwest. So it should feel a little bit better tomorrow, but still, once again, well below average for this time of year. That does improve with the 50s Friday and maybe Saturday. Once again, those rain chances this weekend are pretty small, and right now a lot of questions. I think it looks a little wetter as we go towards next week. And don't forget the time change coming Sunday morning. Keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, lots of
I
info.
do too, but you keep reminding me, so it works out.
That's why it's here.
Okay.
Thanks, Greg.
Well, when we come back, pumpkins. The festive fall food is the star of the show in many autumn recipes, and it may even be the healthiest choice. All that on News 8 Now, next.
Don't be tricked by sales and free stuff. Better products at better prices on all your home improvements during the 2023 Fall Home Show at the Board Store Home Improvements. Don't miss it.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Fall Workwear event is going on now. We're your one-stop shop for quality boots and apparel, offering unbeatable deals on workwear to help your hard-earned dollars go further. Right now, get $25 in Carhartt bucks for every $125 you spend on Carhartt gear. 40% off men's work and sport long sleeve Henleys. Shop new fall styles of Ariat Rebar workwear. Plus, don't miss up to 25% off Milwaukee Packout products with a qualifying purchase.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland, as in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor.
Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face
With every meal made just for you.
That really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Here's a dose of reality. Driving under the influence of prescription painkillers is just as illegal and just as deadly as driving drunk. In fact, drugged driving deaths in Wisconsin have increased nearly 200% over the past 10 years. Help prevent drugged driving, and let's achieve zero preventable deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Driving on pills kills.
Exciting news. US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro with a stunning titanium design and the best iPhone camera yet. The thing that I love...
Beautiful. Now let's cue the music. Green screen and action.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Come on, man. It's titanium.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Cut. Love it.
That felt good.
Now you can get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us. US Cellular, built for us.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Well, in case you didn't know, Halloween has arrived, and one Florida family is transforming their house with some creative DIY decor to a swamp theme.
Wow, Beth Townsend is the mastermind behind this spooky Florida swamp. She says she created nearly everything by hand, from the scarecrows to the big alligator mouth. Townsend says many of the materials were either bought secondhand or found in the woods. And after Halloween, the family plans to give it all away. The big alligator mouth will be donated to Zoo Miami. The family is already planning a Game of Thrones theme for next year.
All right, that's a creative bunch.
Yeah.
Well, it's also pumpkin season, with more and more pumpkin products available than ever before. Dietitians say pumpkin is a superfood packed with nutrients. Astrid Martinez has more on those health benefits.
What's your favorite thing about a pumpkin? Carving it?
Sam Weber and his son Felix have their car at Stop and Shop in Clifton, New Jersey, filled with plenty of pumpkin.
It's one of those things that we always have stocked. We put it in our chili, we put it in a bunch of mixes, we do the pumpkin pie.
Pumpkins are a fun fall favorite, but Cleveland Clinic registered dietitian Julia Zumpano reminds the autumn staple is also a superfood packed with nutrients.
It's high in fiber, which helps with blood sugar management, helps keep you more satisfied, helps with gut health and digestion, can also help lower bad levels of cholesterol. It's very low in calories.
Pumpkin is also a good source of antioxidants like vitamin A and C, which protect our cells from damage.
Pumpkin contains beta-carotene, which is converted into vitamin A, which can be used in the body for multiple great benefits with skin and immunity. We know potassium can help lower blood pressure.
Zumpano says it's easy to incorporate more pumpkin in your diet, from muffins to pancakes or breads.
Canned pumpkin on its own with no other added ingredients can be added into our foods, but you want to avoid purchasing foods that may have a lot of sugar or added fats that are pumpkin flavored. They may not actually contain a significant amount of pumpkin.
And don't forget the seeds. Pumpkin seeds contain a lot of fiber and protein and are also a good source of vitamin E and zinc, which can also help with immune health. Astrid Martinez, CBS News, New York.
Actually, I had a slice of pumpkin loaf before I came into work
You
today.
did?
Feeling like a winner. Hey, dietitians say a quick, easy way to incorporate pumpkin seeds in your diet. Try adding them to your salad, oatmeal, or over some yogurt.
Or you can add them to your cookies. I coincidentally brought some pumpkin oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. I was looking out for my staff, giving them a nutrient-dense treat. And if you're on a diet, you can look at it as, you know, a pumpkin is a vegetable.
Sure. Sure.
So it's basically a salad, right? So you're eating salad.
I think we're opening the definition of salad there.
Right.
But who would disagree? All right, Greg's got one final check of your forecast right after this.
Cracks in brick, cracks in block, sticking windows or doors. Settling or sinking foundation, it's a fact. Foundation problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call American Waterworks.
For over 25 years, Window World's provided quality products for homeowners around the country, including windows and doors. Every window we sell is custom made for optimal energy efficiency and superior durability. Plus, a vinyl finish means they'll never need painting. Just like our windows, entry doors from Window World are made to last, featuring a durable fiberglass construction that provides up to 4 times the insulation value of wood. When it comes time for new windows or doors, trust America's exterior remodeler. Trust Window World.
Who's always behind the scenes helping parents and caregivers find quality-rated childcare that fits their family's needs? DCF. We're your trusted source in support of quality childcare. Learn more at qualitychildcare.wi.gov.
Join today's shoppers as they explore Sweet Valley Artisans.
There's so many good things here. How do you pick just one?
You don't.
I've been looking for something to hang in my garage. What about this? Or this?
Vintage clothing and accessories? Let's check it out. Have you found anything yet? Yeah?
I'm getting hungry just looking at this. I know what you mean.
Stop in and find your treasure today.
There's times when you don't hear things, you don't realize it. So that's when I first started wanting to get hearing aids. The customer service sold me. You have a problem, you can come in here and somebody's going to take care of you. A friend of mine was looking for a new place to go, and I recommended Better Hearing. I just told him the customer service is excellent. That's what keeps me coming back. It's a good place to come.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main, Onalaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
It's time for Jolivet Family Farms Fall Harvest. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Stop by today for some of Jolivet's homegrown squash, kraut cabbage, popcorn, and cranberries. Check out our large selection of pumpkins and pie pumpkins. We also feature many fall decorations, including corn stalks, gourds, specialty pumpkins, and straw bales. Take home some pumpkin cheesecake bars, cookies, pies, or bread from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
All right, cold for tonight, especially for your trick-or-treaters out there till about 10, 11. Definitely going to be chilly with the wind chill. Otherwise, it is going to warm up, but it'll take a couple more days. 50s by Friday. Rain chance this weekend looks pretty slim, and then wet next weekend. And you wanted your joke, you know, fine with the vampire, go out tonight.
Because it's too chilly?
He doesn't want to get frostbite.
Oh, frostbite.
Ooh. He'll have a better one at 6.
Good one.